How's everybody doing? Yeah, it'd be great if we could solve a few of the little hiccups in our vMix center sooner than later. But in the meantime, we're gonna be tracking some storms tonight. Can't tell who's on just yet. There's Carly in Converse. What's happening in Converse, Texas? You guys are gonna see some of these thunderstorms pretty soon. Pouring concrete tomorrow, Marcos. Doesn't look good. Good evening, Robert. Hi, Rachel. Nita, good to see you. Hi, Lisa. And a good Tuesday night. We're getting some much needed rainfall. Not that we're in drought, but the aquifer's been steadily dropping. I know a lot of South Texas soil is awfully thirsty, so we're finally getting some rain. Take a look. In fact, thunderstorms have been active out to the west and to the southwest, but now finally starting to really pop in the city. Nothing on our screen is severe. Keeping a close eye on what we've got with the National Weather Service chat room. And we've seen some pretty strong thunderstorms north of Austin. We did have one warning at Zavala County up until about 7 p.m. So that's been a couple of hours that expired out to our south and west. Really no consequence there. There was some small hail associated with that cell. And there might be some hail with these storms you're seeing, but it's not going to be damaging size hail. Okay, so I already saw a question about New Braunfels hail. It could certainly happen. It's not going to be large enough to do any damage though. So what we're looking at right now is just some scattered thunderstorms that are beginning to develop right over San Antonio in the last 15 minutes. I mean, you can just see this blossom up. You know, consider all the heat today. We were in the mid 90s. Consider all the humidity you felt and the sunshine. Those are three factors that really contribute to the thunderstorms that are starting to really blow up right now on radar. All right, so the two clusters that actually could go into warning. Take a look at what's south. This is going to be right over areas near Pearsall. That cell cluster right there. You can see the amount of lightning, and it's just now moving into western Frio County, and it's beelining towards Pearsall and the I-35 corridor, okay? Again, not severe, but that's a cluster you watch closely because when you see that amount of lightning, that means there's a tremendous amount of updraft in that cell structure. And because of that, you've got a lot of high-speed winds that are very, very moist, warm winds at the surface rising up and fast into feeding that thunderstorm package. So that's going to be something to watch very closely. Also heading towards Bandera. In fact, this will be over Medina, Texas. I was talking about Love Creek Orchards today. Holly Stouffer wanted to know about a great pumpkin patch. I think it opens next weekend, not this first weekend of October. This is the weekend that you want to be in Gonzales for the Come and Take It parade and festival in Gonzales. But Medina, second weekend of October is, I think, when they open the Love Creek Orchards pumpkin patch. It's fantastic. So notice that it extends up towards Kerrville. There's kind of a linear, structure to this, if you will, because these are going to be all these outflows that are coming off an area of low pressure back to our west. And it's pretty much set up over the four corners, huge upper level low. That's a cutoff low. So it's going to take its time in moving. And there's an aerial flood advisory north of Fredericksburg. You can see it just kind of skimming northern Gillespie County. Because again, some of the rainfall rates have been impressive. I did get one report at Round Rock, north of Austin. And you can see the cluster there, very similar to what we're dealing with here. 3 inches per hour rainfall rate, 3 inches per hour. That is some intense rainfall. All right, so close-up view of what we've got right over San Antonio. Rain this Saturday, Timothy, I'm afraid so. Gilbert's ready for more. Round Rock, Stacy, you guys had some very heavy rainfall. All right, so there's the thunderstorms. You can see that line just north of downtown, and then one good cell blowing up right on top of Helotes, and spots just to the south near Leon Valley. Okay, and a good amount of lightning with this. We heard some thunder just erupt over us here in the medical center as well. John doing good. Some loud thunder from Martha at Windcrest, Eastern Bexar County. Brianna, got the kids in my room. Just heard the thunder. Everybody's getting under the sheets for Brianna. The whites taking cover. Nothing severe, but definitely some ear-popping thunder. It's going to get louder, especially when it's right on top of you, right? John says, boom. What's up, man? How's it going? When will we... Okay, Arthur, that cut off. Hey, Bill, how about them? Yeah, Leonard, wow, they looked good last night. Hey, Grace, just tuned in. Storms our way. Remind me where you are. I'm sorry, Grace. Lightning and thunder by Castle Hills. Yeah, definitely. You can see. Let me go ahead and stop the motion on this, and we'll get in here real tight across the north side. There's Castle Hills. Leon Valley is getting some good heavy rain, as well as Helotes. And we can take the lightning off just to see what kind of intense rain. Very heavy rainfall right there south of Helotes. And that's going to be kind of drifting into Helotes over the next few minutes. You know, hail for Pleasanton. I mean, hail's a possibility for everybody. The good news is this is small enough hail that it won't cause damage. So far, the only hail report confirmed was penny size. And that was the storms north of Austin. So that hasn't been in our area at all tonight. So far, we haven't seen anything severe size enough to indicate a severe thunderstorm warning. That would have to be 1/4 inch, okay? Or I should say 1 inch diameter, 1/4 size hail. And I'm keeping an eye, aerial flood advisory for Zavala County till midnight. So out to the south and west, enough rain there that they're getting some localized flooding concerns. And it's because of these rainfall rates. You know, when I say localized flooding, that's going to just be in some areas, nothing too widespread, just highly prone areas for flooding, along creek beds, any kind of low water crossing. When you get this kind of rainfall right on top of there, 2 to 3 inches per hour, it's going to flood instantly. And so you'll have some water over the roads, and the National Weather Service always doing a great job of staying on top of that for us and issuing aerial flood advisories to keep you calm. 5-year-old Alethea, what a beautiful name. Terrified of the storms. Could you tell her she's safe as long as she's inside? Absolutely, Ashley. Ashley and Alethea, you guys are safe. You're inside. That is the safest spot. You're inside. Okay, when thunder roars, we go indoors. That's the phrase we use so that when you're inside, you're safe from lightning and thunder. Lightning cannot hurt you inside that house. You make sure that you're, of course, safe and away from windows, and you are going to be just fine. Okay, we don't have any dangerous thunderstorms out there, just thunderstorms. And they can be loud and get your attention quick. Lightning can be dangerous, but if you're inside, you're safe. So Alethea and Ashley are safe tonight. I'm glad you're inside. Stay inside. And that's going to be over in about 10-15 minutes, okay? That's what's great about these thunderstorms. They move out quickly. There will be some heavy rain. There will again be some lightning and thunder, but they move out quickly. So Ashley and Alethea are inside, and they are safe tonight. So glad you're safe inside. Thunder and lightning by the airport. Thanks, Shelia, Alexis. Hail in Helotes. What size? We're getting some hail in that cell at Helotes. Probably going to be penny size is what we've been hearing on some of these cell reports. Largest hail ever, John? San Antonio area. So there was a hailstone about the size of almost about a cantaloupe that was out near Hondo last spring. Von Army, not too much. You know, this is going to be north side. It's kind of drifting north. Let me go ahead and loop this in the last hour, and we'll see what we got here. And see how these are kind of drifting north. But Von Army, you know, they're kind of close to this. Right here, there's Von Army. So coming in from the southwest, yeah, real soon. Okay, that cluster just came up. It's in Somerset heading your way. Work in Thompson Hotel, lightning, beautiful. Be safe and thanks for the update, Davila. Yeah, absolutely. Special weather statement, strong thunderstorms. Let's take a look at this, impacting northwestern Bexar County. 1/2 inch size hail. 40-mile-per-hour winds is going to be that Helotes cell right now. Wetmore didn't water yard because he's looking forward to the rain. Just bought a new car. Should I worry about hail for the car? No, I think you're going to be okay. So far, the hail sizes haven't been large enough to worry too much about that. 410 and 181 southeast, Erica. Yeah, so far so good there. Doesn't appear that you're in bad shape on the southeast side. Heading down 181 towards Floresville. So you can see out to the south and west, we've got some heavier rain that's going to drift north and east. Oakwell, zoom out so we can see Hondo, absolutely. So Hondo's got some lighter rain, and you can see the heavier pockets are south of 90, developing and moving up. Boy, look at that storm package really blowing up over Medina, just west of Bandera. Good updraft, very strong storms there, very heavy rain. Yeah, Castroville, as you say it, look at that storm just popping over Castroville, actually. Marble size hail, 1604 in Shanefield. Thank you, Sarah. Make sure you're staying safe with gathering any kind of weather info. What's up, Tony? Good to see you. Betty lost power in Helotes at Braun. How bad in Von Army? Well, a thunderstorm for sure. You can see if you look, of course, southwest, it was over Somerset. That's going to be drifting up into Von Army any second. Becky's asking, anything else coming? La Pryor had some pretty, yes, you did. Saw that earlier. It looks like you get a good break for probably the rest of the night in La Pryor. Looking there southwest of us. Seguin, what are we looking at? Seguin stays quiet for the short term. It really looks like you guys will be okay for a bit. These storms are developing west of you, and I can see that outflow. Look at that outflow moving south near Canyon Lake. See on the top of your screen? That outflow in western Comal County, dropping in near Fair Oaks Ranch, coming right down 281. Hailing in Helotes, thanks Nathaniel. Thunder and Divine, making my way to Pearsall. Pearsall, yes, is going to get clobbered. Very heavy rain coming into Pearsall from the west. So if you're driving from San Antonio south to Pearsall, boy, be careful, because the closer you get to Pearsall, by the time you get there, that rain's going to be in there about the next 15 minutes. Divine looks like it's getting a break. You know, these storms are developing northeast of Divine and moving into southwestern Bexar County. Bernie, this stuff is south and looks like it's going to trend southeast of you in Bernie, to be honest. 5 miles from Somerset. Any hail in that storm heading east? No, not so far. So far, we've only gotten reports of possible hail northwest cell, and that's the one that's over Helotes right now. And you can see it's really a good cluster that's over Helotes, and then the north side, right in there, pretty much across 410, right? Pretty much right across 410, and then that one cell right on top of Helotes. Yeah, Canyon Lake quiet right now, but for the most part, you can see that it's coming in from the north. That's a pretty good line that's from Austin extending south, that outflow boundary. See the line, that green line? That's the outflow that's moving right into that rich, humid Gulf air and just erupting that line as a result of it. So you can really actually see the outflow boundaries work just west of I-35. So right around Kyle, and then drifting, it's going to be in Canyon Lake here in the next 10, 15 minutes for sure. So definitely some lightning, and you'll hear the thunder, but the only, again, hail reports that we've gotten have been Rockport. I was looking at Rockdale, and then I said Rockport, but I meant to say Round Rock. How about that? And also the Helotes cell has been delivering some hail as well. Megan near Bracken, not right now, I don't think. Where's Bracken? Afraid to ask, I'm sorry. Don't remember where Bracken is. Lots of thunder and lightning, Thousand Oaks, Parambytal. Yeah, that's that line that's stretching right across 410, Thousand Oaks, Castle Hills, Leon Valley, very heavy rain to Helotes. Alamo Dome at 10 could be dicey. Yeah, we've got cells southwest. They could move through by then. I would still do a look live. Because they'll get a little break right now.
But they're here, so.
Oh, they're here now. Yeah. If you see the radar, see what's southwest at Somerset? That's going to be moving near the Alamo Dome. Yeah, so they're deciding on a live shot, and what I'm trying to tell them is that Somerset thunderstorm is going to be moving northeast into downtown. So what we do is what's called a look live, which they pre-record what looks like a live shot instead of going live. Bernie, so far so good. I mean, I think sooner or later, right? It's just surrounding you, because some of these storms to the south, like northwest Bexar County, north central Bexar County, they look to drift off to the east and stay southeast of Bernie. All right, so again, some gusty winds knocking down some tree limbs. Dime-size hail reported at Alamo Ranch. Dime-size hail near Alamo Ranch. So again, not large enough to do any damage. Karen's reporting a lot of lightning north side. Absolutely, yeah, this is definitely going to be that cluster that's kind of drifting north right now. And these cells, I mean, you can watch them from their, pure genesis, right? Just into eastern Medina County and then blowing right up over Bexar County. Oh, the Bat Cave. Yeah, you gotta, I bet everything Mrs. Pleasanton, right? Yeah, a lot of this develops to the north, Brianna. So the thunder you're hearing is on the storm's north. But I will say this, that cluster west of Pearsall, that could be moving in by, say, 10. I would give it a little while. And that could definitely move in from the west. And you'll be seeing that lightning if you don't see it already. Converse, so far north of you, and it looks like it'll be quiet for the short term. Lightning and a lot of thunder, Medical Center. Oh yeah, that's us, and we've been hearing the thunder here at Ken's. Lake Hills, boy, I know you could use some rain, and it looks like it's, yeah, just north of Hondo. See that rain shower that's developing? No lightning in it, but that's heading your way. Hail near SeaWorld, not right now, Marcus. Good news there. Yeah, dime size, right, Rick? Is that what we're hearing about in Alamo Ranch? Pea-size hail in Helotes. Thank you, Patrick. Thunder and a couple of drops. Highway 90 at 36. So yeah, that's definitely going to be increasing, because that's this area right here. You can see Lacoste, Castroville. That's going to be all moving up into 410 Marbach and some spots that, boy, they are flood prone in that area, especially because of the construction. You know, that's always flood's worst enemy, or I should say flood's friend, is construction on roads, because you get just a lot of dips, and because of that, low-lying areas will definitely, you know, little valleys, if you will, and create some fast-moving water. Hi, Whitney, good to see you. How long is the storm lasting in Medina? So that's going to be a little while. Looks like it's right on top of you. That's going to be at least, yeah, it's going to be another 20, 30 minutes, it looks like. So you're probably going to see some localized flooding. Make sure you stay put. Yeah, definitely. Aaron, it'll do it tonight. Obviously, it will drop temperatures a little bit more once we go into, put this full screen for a little bit, tomorrow, because saturated grounds will give way to a little bit more evaporation cooling process, so area temperatures come down a few degrees. We were up in the mid to upper 90s today, even saw a few hundreds on the map, so very hot today. Divine heavy wind, not right now. I mean, you can see the storms are north of you. The storms at Pearsall probably won't be affecting you. Well, thanks very much, Kathy. Appreciate it. Lightning almost struck a neighbor's house. Ruby saw it right when we were getting out of our vehicle. Oh my gosh, it's close. Thank God you got in safely. Remember, when thunder roars, get indoors. So scared of these type of storms, Alicia, I hear you. It is eye-opening when you hear and see the thunder and lightning. Marble-sized to quarter-size hail at Government Canyon. Yeah, oh no, took one in the head, Holly. Sheesh, that's not, yeah, that hurts. So that's the Helotes cell. That's that big cluster northwest of San Antonio. Inez, Garden Ridge, northeast, just lots of lightning and thunder. Don't skip us. You know what might happen for Garden Ridge is what's coming in north of you. See that New Braunfels outflow? Notice that little outflow boundary in that green, and you can see the thunderstorms erupting right behind it. So that's definitely a Garden Ridge package that probably gets some heavy rain for you. So Tony, we've got an upper level low back to the west over the Four Corners. This is what we're going to deal with tonight, again early tomorrow, and then I think again tomorrow night, early Thursday. We're going to see these impulses come in from west to east, and the air is going to stay very humid. We got a lot of moisture loaded up in this atmosphere. The last couple of days, you've been feeling that humidity. Gulf winds have been powering it in. Well, with that all in place, all it takes is a good little trigger, and that low back to the west is sending this stuff in. 1604 at Nacogdoches, Megan, small hail's possible. You know, this the bigger hail-producing cell that we know for sure has been northwest. So, you know, it's possible, but not probable right now because we're not looking at that. The heavy thunderstorm that's closer to you is not producing hail. The only hail report we have is the one over Helotes and Alamo Ranch area, and that's all northwest San Antonio, and it's been pea size, very small hail. Quarter size from a viewer in Helotes. Okay, so we've got quarter size coming down near Helotes as well. Prayers, Vivi, for your baby boy. Absolutely, that he stays safe. Yes, that God gives peace tonight. Thank you. Castroville, what's going on, Payman? Can you do future track for the eastern counties and cities? Yes, but you know, with such an active radar, I'd hate to leave it for any kind of short amount of time. We'll be doing I could do it just real quick. Let me go ahead and save this image here. And we can do a quick future track, see which model's doing best. Because a lot of the eastern rain, eastern counties and communities rain, looks to come tomorrow morning. So let's get this back up and going tight. So you can see how they're blowing. All right there. Save that there. Now let's see what we got. Now hopefully this model doing a decent job. It's not bad. See, we should see the heavy rain right on top of us. So let's see if we can find a model that's got the heavier rain right on top of us. Because that's really the one you want to trust in this situation, the one that's doing a good job with the current situation. That's a little bit better, isn't it? Let's look at the NAM. Nope. Let's look at the RPM. Nope. So it looks like it's going to be the IBM. Let's make sure we check the other IBM. Not bad, but a little too far east. I think it's going to be this IBM's got the closest handle on it. And see, look at that. So not only tomorrow morning, but even tonight, very heavy rain. Because see, this is typical. Once these impulses move east of I-35, 281, I-37, they have so much more moisture. And look at that very heavy rain that develops. Okay, wow. So these lines are really expected to produce heavy rain for our eastern communities. Glad you asked about that. That was something good to show. All right, let's get back to live radar. Ruby says, lightning crazy out there tonight. So please, make sure you're staying inside. When thunder roars, go indoors. You're welcome, Susie. What are we thinking for the northeast and east side of San Antonio? Looking more in wind crest, Alex? Yeah, so a lot of times you can see that this is, you can see where shirts and wind crests and spots that are going to stay east of the heaviest thunderstorm activity for the short term. But this could be, you know, this impulse as it drifts east in the next couple of hours, we could start seeing some storms develop across eastern Bexar County. Ready for a stormy night in Cuero. Yeah, probably going to be coming a little bit later for Cuero. Definitely cannot rule it out after midnight. It'll be overnight. Probably wake you up. Eagle Pass. Let's zoom out. Eagle Pass is quiet and probably done for the night. Some of those storms came together, and that was earlier. It was about 7-ish, it looks like. True lightning show for Stone Oak. Oh yeah, this is all drifting north up into the Stone Oak area. Good news is, starting to see how it's like spreading out just a bit, and we're not seeing a real intensification of lightning. Now that's still not the case west of Bandera and heading into Pearsall. Those two thunderstorm clusters are still very strong. But what's happening across the north side is this area of rain starts to spread out a bit, and we're seeing a good amount of lightning, but not a, you know, real building. But it sounded like a bird was inside the room. Must have been somebody's computer or phone. But yeah, for the most part, that's an encouraging sign. In other words, is what I was saying on these storms across the north side. Let me show you what I mean. So see how they're just kind of spread out just a little bit. I mean, they're building to the north there just a touch. You know, I'm not saying it's weakening, but I'm hoping. Because if you see more of that lightning, that's going to definitely mean a dramatic increase of updraft. Now look at those storms filling in that are going to be heading into Medina Lake. That's really good stuff. Really good rains from Medina Lake. So that's really filling in across northeastern Medina County. Medina, Texas, which is west of Bandera. Very heavy thunderstorm on top of there. That's going to be some localized flooding. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a flood advisory soon there. Nick, why is Helotes all right? Strong thunderstorm impacting parts of northern Bandera, southeastern Kerr. Yeah, that's again, this is that same cluster that's right on top of Medina. Moving northeast at 25, penny-size hail, affecting Camp Verde, Kerrville, Medina, Shriner Park, and Center Point. Penny-size hail is the only report. We're not seeing any damaging wind speeds. That's good news, but that's a report on that heavy rain that's just over Medina County. Medina, Texas. Medina County is getting that rain to develop, and you can now start to see some lightning. So those are building, okay? Those are the cells just over Castroville that are going to be backing up. So Helotes will get another round. You've got that round hitting you right now. It looks like this other batch is coming in from the southwest, moving in your direction, and could be building again some stronger storms by the time they arrive. And then look at southwest. Boy, I'll tell you, that's really blowing up fast over Vaughn Army. So that's going to be impacting some spots near, again, 410 and 1604 west, right in here. So you can see right on top of Castroville, northeast of Lytle. Might even see an aerial flood advisory soon for the Helotes area because that rain hasn't been moving too much either. Very, very heavy. All right, the Pearsall storm seems to be weakening just a bit. That's good news. Heading into western Frio County. No weakening occurring on that storm west of Bandera. That cluster is pretty intense. And you can see how that line has formed just off to the south. I'm talking about this guy right in here. See these right here? Look at this line right in here that's formed. That's all going to be heading in right about in Medina, and that is good news. They could definitely use the rain at the lake. And then our line from the north. So we've got some pretty good convergence that's going to take place across northern Bexar County, I'll tell you that. See this line? Dropping in from the north into northeast, or I should say northwest Comal, right on top of Canyon Lake now. Very heavy rain. That outflow boundary doing some work, and that's going to converge right across Spring Branch, Bulverde, Timberwood Park. All those spots, you've got the storms coming in from the south and storms dropping in from the north. And we're taking a power hit at Ken's. It looks like we just went over the generator here. Medina Lake, I know it, right? Absolutely. Hail at the 78254. Kimberly, yeah, that's northwest. That's going to be that Alamo Ranch, northwest Bexar County hail that we've been talking about. So what I'll be doing, guys, how bad for Schertz and Selma? Not so bad. You know, a lot of this is short-term looking okay. Judson in 1604, not looking too bad. You're south of the activity that's kind of drifting north and staying west of you. Wild Horse again, right, James? Absolutely. What's going on, buddy? Good to see you. Chance of rain and, well, hail downtown's possible. You know, I would think small at this point. Those cells that are building are coming in from the south and west. Will definitely impact the downtown area. But no big reports of hail there. Wind and rain southeast is what Rudy's looking for. I think you're going to get it. But I don't know. Not really. It's really kind of focused southwest, actually, for now. Now, as this impulse, moves in the overnight, it could start up in eastern Bexar County, but the model's thinking a little bit more into communities like Seguin, Gonzales, and those spots overnight, down to Cuero. All right, so what I want to do is kind of leave it on a city and metro view like this. Any rain southeast side? So far, it's going to be quiet over there, Tony. Could be coming later tonight after midnight. Haven't heard rain in my window. At what time will be Bernie, Texas? Well, Bernie's looking to get it from the west, southwest. It'll still be at least another 30 minutes there. Floresville, not in the short term. Maybe later tonight. Hail coming down as I was driving 10 minutes ago. Veronica, oh gosh, glad you're home safe. Man, yeah, pea to penny-sized hail been the report so far. All right, guys, going to leave this on this view right here. Won't be able to answer questions, though, because I need to go get ready for Eyewitness News at 10. Of course, weather's going to be the lead story, it looks like. So we will keep you updated right here on Facebook and keep this live feed going and be back after the 10 as necessary.